In the cold open for Episode 7, Dragon Parade, Ai's narration explains that the New Year celebration in China is a time of making a fresh start, and the imagery shown alongside this foreshadows a change in Mei Ying. After the title sequence, Ai and JJ are getting ready to go to Dahu's drum class to practice for the upcoming New Year parade. Ai calls for Stitch to come along, but he's not in the house. He's taken Jumba's ship to track down the Djibouti battlecruiser, which he has snuck into in order to record their strategy meetings. After getting what he came for, Stitch makes his getaway and sends the footage to the Woologongs, alerting them of the Djibouti's plan to invade the Earth. This prompts the Woologongs to set a course for the planet as well, lest their enemies get a hold of Stitch before they do. On Earth, drum practice has devolved into chaos after A and Mei Ying bump into each other and accidentally cause a drum to break. Each girl is blaming the other, even though both were equally at fault. Suddenly, it's announced that the New Year parade has been cancelled, the reason being that the parade leader is leaving town. I suggest that Dahu take the leader's place, and he is allowed to do so on the condition that there be no disasters. In turn, Dahu says that he can only do it if the girls promise to get along. The whole town is soon hard at work getting ready for the parade. Cue montage. The main attraction being, of course, the dragon. It seems everything is going off without a hitch, but on the evening before the parade...
I forgot something inside. Let's go back. You don't have to come. What did you forget? Nothing. I want a picture of just us and the dragon, without I and that dumb pet of hers. Oh, right. Good idea. A lantern will look perfect. They'll be like fashion shots. Maybe we shouldn't be lighting that when there's no adults here. Really, Mei Ying?
Despite Mei Ying's apprehensions, she doesn't stop or leave the girls, as she still wants to be part of the group. After the picture is taken, the lantern starts to burn up, causing the dragon to catch fire shortly thereafter. Stitch, smelling the burning paper, arrives on the scene and puts out the fire. However, when Ai shows up, one of the girls tells her that Stitch was the one who caused the damage, and that's not all she says.
We're going to tell everybody that your, whatever he is, wrecked the dragon. He's going to be locked up from now on.
The audacity of this bitch. Upset that the parade will be ruined, Ai and Stitch start to walk home, but they're stopped by Mei Ying, who reveals that she stood up to the other girls and refused to take part in the lie, effectively forcing them to tell the truth of the matter.
I knew you were nice, Mei Ying! No, I'm not. I'm mean to you all the time, and I don't even know why.
This is such a good turning point for Mei Ying's character. From the very beginning of this show, we've seen that she doesn't like being a mean girl. She's just been going along with everyone else because of peer pressure. And this is the moment where she finally confronts not just them, but herself. Not only that, it isn't an instant character change. Mei Ying will continue to walk the line and be a bit snooty in future episodes, showing that she's still not ready to leave her comfort zone with the mean girls. I appreciate that because it's realistic. In real life, people don't change that quickly. It's a process to figure out who you really want to be. I like these kinds of character arcs. Despite the seemingly bleak outlook for the parade, Ai has an idea and tells Mei Ying to do everything exactly as planned tomorrow as if nothing is different. Meanwhile, in space, the Djibouti and Wollongong invasion parties meet, and neither are backing down without a fight. So they start firing at each other. Clearly, this was the reason Stitch alerted the Wollongongs to the Djibouti's plan. By setting them up to invade at the same time and place, they will be too busy fighting each other to attack the Earth. The next day, the New Year parade begins, with the drumming school kids leading the procession. When the dragon carriers arrive, there's a distinct lack of a dragon, which confuses the onlookers. Suddenly, a dragon does appear. Jumba's beta dragon, to be exact, who has been enlarged with some kind of technology that Jumba probably cooked up. I can't help thinking this would have been a perfect opportunity to have the full-size dragons show up. No enlargement tech needed, and there's 2 of them, so that would have been a bonus. Maybe they were busy with their baby, though. Topping it all off, Stitch is holding up the traditional dragon pearl as he marches through with a huge smile. Something else, however, causes him to stop and grin for an entirely different reason. The Djiboutis and Woologongs are blowing each other up just as he planned. With the aliens' fleets just about destroyed, they must once again switch tactics.
No more invasion.
From now on, we use stealth.
Small raiding party.
That's how we'll catch 626.
I quite like this episode. Actually, I think it's my favorite. The plot is organized, there's no off-the-wall chi shenanigans, we see Stitch using his head and taking matters into his own hands, and Mei Ying gets character development. I wish more of the episodes were on this level, but sadly, it doesn't get much better after this, at least in my own opinion. Still, don't harass anyone for liking this show, and as always, take my salt with a grain of salt.